Hey guys, welcome to the Sim Racing Paddock. I'm William Marsh, and this has been a very crazy last 18 months for me. I've been wanting to do sort of these channel updates for a while now, but lately it's just been something where every other week I just get hit broadsided with a life changing event that just completely throws me for a loop, throws the channel for a loop, and just almost has left me wondering which way is up. And I apologize, this is totally unscripted. I think I'm going to get emotional at various times through this video. And if you're wanting a more concise thought update to what's been going on with Sim Racing Paddock and what's been going on in my life, I'm going to provide a written accompaniment piece to this update on the Sim Racing Paddock website. I encourage you check that out. But also, if you're willing to put up with an emotional, unscripted will that you, I don't really know. It's just been a weird experience. So, in June of 2019, my life basically got flip turned upside down. My family discovered that our life savings had been essentially stolen by a close family friend, and I basically got sent in a bit of a tailspin, both mentally, emotionally, and just sort of sent me in a deep depression. And I didn't know that a year later, I would be going through two moves. My life would be, as I knew it, completely uprooted. I would be going from comfortably working from home and being sort of complacent with life to gaining this whole new appreciation for everything around me. And at the same time, I was dealing with a lot of anger, a lot of bitterness at the people who had essentially ripped apart my family and just had destroyed the sense of comfort I had grown to rely on for so many years. And at the same time, it's allowed me to appreciate how blessed I had been for all these years and how awesome it has been to have this community that, as of the time of filming, has reached 35,000 subscribers. And it's something where this is literally just about a month away from the 6 year anniversary of Sim Racing Paddock going public. And it's been an absolutely insane journey filled with some absolute highs and some crushing lows. And 2020 has been one of the most insane years of my life. And that's definitely saying something. And with all of this, it's grown to really show off how truly amazing the sim racing community is. One of my last semi popular YouTube videos was me just saying, where is the community for sim racing? We have all of these toxic arguments on social media pages. We have all these arguments over which sim is best and everything like that. And I felt myself being dragged into some of that negativity. I've seen myself being almost Scrooge like, going bah humbug. We have some of the best racing simulations that we have ever seen. And my response? Eh, why bother? Why bother firing up R Factor 2 if I'm going to have to wait 10 minutes for a load time? Why bother firing up Assetto Corsa Competizione if it's just GT racing? Why bother firing up Assetto Corsa if it's just a dated title that you have to mod to Kingdom Come to get a true enjoyment out of? But at the same time, it's been this sort of awakening for me. It's been this sort of awakening experience thinking sim racing is not just about the software. It's not just about the hardware. It's about the community. It's about the racing. It's about having fun in a way that we couldn't have even dreamed about 30, 40, 50 years ago. And I've been remarkably blessed to be one of the younger people in the sim racing hobby, but at the same time, I started from such an early age. My first sim racing title was NASCAR Racing 1999 season when I was 6 years old. At the time, I didn't even have a wheel. I started off racing with a keyboard, and then I used a Microsoft Sidewinder joystick to race with. And it was stupid, but it was stupid fun. And I enjoyed it. I didn't think too deeply into it, but at the same time, it's one of my most fond memories I have as a kid. And then jumping through various sim racing phases and everything like that, I first started taking it seriously in 2007, and it changed my life in a few ways. It created the strong passion I had for anything with a motor, four wheels, in some cases too, but I'm not good at motorcycle games. But ultimately, it was something where it created this passion for this hobby, and it's carried me through so many tough moments in my life. It's carried me through my parents' divorce, which I talked about in a previous channel video, but it took a huge emotional, mental, physical, even spiritual toll on me. And also, it helped with my mom and my stepdad's divorce and just the messy situation from that. And it's helped me through some of the most dark moments of my life, which have happened this past year. And it's been a struggle. It's been a struggle at times just waking up, getting out of bed, and just even turning a few laps sometimes gets to be a chore. And at the same time, I've been blessed with this role I have in the sim racing community. I have people still subscribing based off of previous videos and guides I've made, and I'm just trying to figure out how do I keep it up? And I'm trying to figure it out. I really am. But at the same time, it's getting to a point where I know I need help from the community. I am so blessed to have the following I do. I started this channel from the ashes almost of another channel. I talk about the past I had with Inside Sim Racing semi flippantly now, but at the time, I was almost terrified at mentioning anything related to it. I would receive harassing emails from not just members of my previous work, but other members from the community saying, "You're just a sim racing wannabe who just decided to cash in on his time with a bigger fish and just decided to start his own thing." And I just found myself wondering, what if I am just faking it? What if I am just this petulant little child who lucked his way into a YouTube channel that has a semi decent following? When I left Inside Sim Racing, I admittedly did it in a way that was unprofessional at best. So instead of starting my own channel with Darren Ganji and other members of the sim racing community as my mentor, I ended up just burning those bridges. And I made some dumb decisions in the first year that could have admittedly killed my channel. I let some of my emotions get the best of me, and I let anger sometimes take control. And I made disparaging comments, stuff like that, against Inside Sim Racing. And because of that, I have forced myself somewhat to live with the guilt that I might have played a major role in killing a YouTube channel that I used to love growing up. And I just wanted to give an apology to Darren, to John, and heck, even to some of the other guys behind the scenes, to Ricky Davies to Billy Strange, and just a lot of those people who played instrumental roles in building Inside Sim Racing. And it's been tough because, as I mentioned in my previous video, though Darren and I did not agree on everything, I did see him as a mentor. Ultimately, I want to thank Darren. I want to thank him for helping mentor me in some ways. He was this really instrumental figure in my life, and I admittedly threw that all away. And Darren, I am sorry for that. I truly am. And maybe someday you'll be willing to forgive me. But at the same time, I want to express gratitude. Then I think about the people who I've met along the way. I think about people like Will Ford, Boosted Media, who has been almost like a big brother figure to me through some of the darkest moments I've had. I think of Gamer Muscle, who, granted, is somewhat of a goofball, but he's allowed me to indulge my goofball side. I think of Jimmy Broadbent, and he's been sort of a comfort at times through some of my darkest mental health moments, and just sort of been this encouragement to me to get help through some of the darkest moments I've gone through. And I think, where would I be without these members of the community? And I think I would be in a far darker place than I am right now. And lately, it's been a struggle. It really has. I have some of the things that sim racers dream of. I have the pedal set that 14-year-old Will dreamed about growing up. I have some of the hardware that other sim racers twice my age dream about. And what am I doing to better the community through this stuff? And lately this year, save for the first half, has almost essentially felt like a write-off for me. I feel like I've almost done nothing positive for the community lately. And it kind of sucks. I'm trying to figure out what to do to make the sim racing community a better place, compared to just me whining and bitching and moaning about just why this sucks, why this is better than it was, but it still kind of sucks. And on the flip side, I'm trying to figure out, what is it that makes sim racing so awesome that I've decided to devote my entire life around it right now? What gave me this passion and desire to pursue sim racing journalism? Not just video game journalism, but journalism of racing video games, and then that subgenre behind that. What is it that really sparked this love for the hobby that now I'm admittedly one of the biggest names in sim racing reviewers? And I'm trying to reawaken that love, and it is definitely still there. I still love this hobby. I still try to pour my heart and soul into creating this hobby into a community that I'm proud to get behind. But again, it's getting to a point where I need help. Sim Racing Paddock has largely been a one-man operation. I had a couple friends support me behind the scenes. I had a friend make a video, but he ultimately decided to abandon sim racing for a while. And then it's like, okay, what now? Do I turn Sim Racing Paddock into the William Marsh show, or do I try to build a community around it? So I'm going to try to spend 2021 building Sim Racing Paddock into a community. Something where it's not just SRP is William Marsh, but Sim Racing Paddock is a sim racing community. I want to try to kick off some leagues. I want to try to kick off some events, maybe some giveaways, maybe some exciting promotional events. Heck, I even launched an apparel line. And it's like, okay, now what? And in the back of my mind, it's like, who the heck is going to buy shirts of a YouTube channel that a 27-year-old kid, admittedly, is launching? So it's like, I'm trying to do this to support the people who believe in me. I'm trying to do this to support my friends who will shamelessly throw my channel under a bus saying, hey, check out my friend. He has an awesome YouTube channel. And I'm just like, is it really that good? Is it really a good enough channel that my friends are willing to stand behind me? That my friends are willing to make shirts for me to sell? That my other friends are willing to wear? And I'm just like, am I taking this all for granted? There are times when I've poured my heart and soul into making content and videos, where I would rattle off 5 videos in one day to release in the course of a week. There are times when I would stream until 3 a.m. making proper content and just having a good time. But lately, it's been a chore even getting out of bed. It's been a chore getting out of bed knowing that, okay, you have to do this, and this to even survive, and then you might be able to have some fun. So, again, if you are watching this far into this video, I want to thank you so much for supporting this channel. It means so much, and I'm so blessed to have a strong community behind me. But again, I'm not done yet. I have to bring this to a point where I feel like it's building a community that I can be proud to stand behind. So, again, I just want to thank you all for helping support the channel, helping build it to where it is today, and sort of just putting up with me at times. I have learned that I am an inconsistent person when it comes to my mood, when it comes to my behavior, and I've had so many messages from members of the community talking about how I've helped them through mental health struggles, through depression, through anxiety, and I don't know. It's been something where it's like, how am I helping these people going through their own issues when I'm still fighting my own battles myself? And I'm learning. I don't have to have it all put together. I don't always have to be that strong type, because the thing is, what you see a lot of the times on the camera isn't me. I am one of the biggest dorks you'll ever meet, but I don't show that on camera. I'm one of the most emotional people at times, but because I'm scared of having some sort of breakdown or something, I just sometimes have rage quit streams because I know in a half hour I'm going to be breaking down. And the thing is, this is the real Will. This is the real Will who sometimes has these battles emotionally, mentally, spiritually. And I just wonder, if I'm going through this, how many others are going through this exact same struggle, this exact same battle? And I'm trying to be there for people, but at the same time, I need to admit that I need help from the community as well. So, 2019 and 2020 have been two of the darkest years of my life, but I just want to thank all of you members of the community for being there for me, being there through some of the darkest struggles of my life, through some of the most painful moments. And now that a lot of this emotional stuff is out of the way, I want to give you just an update on what's been going on in the life of Will. So, I started this YouTube channel nearly 6 years ago from the bedroom of the house I shared with my mom and stepdad. I had gone through some of the darkest times and also some of the best times. I made some great friends, but there are some moments where I feel like, should I just throw this all away? Should I just cut my losses, abandon this channel, get a regular 9 to 5 job, and just call it quits? But at the same time, I do have a sense of responsibility to this community now. I do have this sort of authoritative figureness to what I'm doing. I speak, and for some reason, people listen. And I have to take that as a badge of honor and a badge of responsibility. So, with that being said, I am really, really hoping 2021 will be a great year for Sim Racing Paddock. I am looking to try to jump into this full flow. For those of you who don't know, I have 3 studios that I'm going to be working out of. So hopefully that will allow me to maximize my workflow and just create some great content for you guys. It's going to be a long journey. I'm still trying to figure out the logistics of everything. I still haven't even been able to soundproof any of my studios yet. But with that being said, 2021 has been one of the worst years of my life. So let's try to make 2021 one of the best. And I need your guys' help for that. So, as somewhat of a representative of the community, I want to wholeheartedly thank you guys for just sticking through me, through thick and thin, through some of the worst moments of my life. But I really hope you guys will stick around because I have some truly exciting things planned and I really want you guys to see it. So thanks again for putting up with this 20-ish minute video. And yeah, for Sim Racing Paddock, I'm William Marsh, and thanks for watching.